Hi Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your September 7th, 2025 full moon reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, a healing, or a gift card, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It's listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So let's take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Sagittarius. Let's see what the tarot has to say. And if you remember this deck, put a pink heart in the comment box below because you're one of the originals. So let's see here. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Oh, interesting. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Ooh, that's powerful. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Oh, that's a lovely bonus card to have. Okay, Sagittarius. This is a powerful time. This is a full lunar eclipse in Pisces, full moon. So this moon holds a wallop to it. It really packs a punch. It's really quite intense. So what we're going to see here at the heart of it all is that there's chaos that we're very sensitive to. Now, this chaos is nonsense. It is nonsense, but it doesn't mean that it won't have an impact on us or it isn't overwhelming to us. So just be aware of this. You can also be very drawn to things that will kind of get you riled up during this time. So just be mindful about that. But the Five of Wands is saying, do not get pulled into other people's chaos, other people's nonsense, other people's anger, other people's frustrations, or even don't get pulled into your own anger and frustrations. It's going to be very, very, very important not to kind of go down the chaos road. Okay. It's very easy to, but Spirit is saying, hey, don't do that. Let yourself shine, let yourself move forward. With the Five of Wands here at the heart, this can also be something that starts off really innocent, really fun. It's like, oh, it's a great time. And then it's not. Then it's just not. So just be mindful about this as well. It moves us then to the challenge. And it can be that there can be a chaos situation at work or at home that then makes it harder for us to work or harder for us to concentrate. So being aware of this is going to be important because with the Eight of Pentacles, we're having a bit of difficulty focusing on the details of things, of what we need to get done, of how we need to move forward, of it being just this way. So being aware of that is going to be an important thing that we can feel during this moon, during this time, that we're not as good at our jobs or at our work or whatever it is that we do as we want to be. Stop being so hard on yourself. You're taking on, and you're just naturally, kind of like a sponge, taking on the chaos energy that is around you. And if you let yourself do just that, breathe out, center yourself, ground yourself, and push that chaos away, that can be very beneficial. I'm not going there. And then also know that there's going to be certain details that you get caught up on. And Spirit's like, is it important? You know, and you're going to have something that asks you, like, is that important? And your answer is going to be, no, it's not. It's not as important as I thought it was, but you have to step back from it. You're here where you need to focus is the Nine of Pentacles: prosperity, success, bounty, abundance, hard work paying off, prosperity coming in. Mind your purse though, okay? So it's kind of like, you know, trust everyone, brand your kettle type of thing. Count the pennies and the dollars will count themselves. All those sayings coming forward are going to be important here. There's also a sense of hard work paying off, but also knowing that you have a lot of hard work ahead, which can get overwhelming. One step at a time. Celebrate your wins. Don't sit there and say, oh my gosh, I did this. Now, how the heck do I recreate it? Like, how the heck do I do it again? So just being mindful of that energy is going to be so, so, so important here. It's living in this abundance, this success, this prosperity, and knowing that you can do it. Even if it's hard, even if it's overwhelming, even if other people are like, oh, I could never do that, but you can. You've got this. You've got this. It moves us then to the Seven of Swords. And that's the energy that's leaving us. We're so done with liars and sneaks and thieves and chaos. We're like, no. So this, easy. It's like, nope. We've had also a lot of things that were liars, like a lot of energy that was lying, chaotic, hurtful, hateful energy that weighed us down. We're letting that go. It's like, you know what? No. And what people will say to us, oh, how did you do that? It's like, no, I just said no. It's like, and I meant it with every ounce of my being and power of my soul. No, I'm not falling into this chaos anymore. And you're actually going to see that by doing so, you're going to have this energy here of like, you know, this little kid helping you carry the swords that you need to move forward with. It's like helping you carry the knowledge that you need to move forward with, but you're so done. You're so done with deceit, with lying, with the nonsense. It moves us then to your strength. And your strength is the Empress. Your strength is prosperity. It is abundance. It is also freedom. So in Welsh mythology, Rhiannon is the goddess of horses, right? But she is this fairy goddess who has this mortal man fall in love with her. And he keeps sending people out to try and get her attention. And she's like, no, I'm not going to stop for any of you. But then the king himself comes forward. And this is the person who she's gotten the attention of the mortal king. Now, why a fairy princess wants a mortal king is beyond the realms of me, but that's okay. And they wind up falling madly in love. And then things don't go according to plan. She's a fairy princess. She can always go back to her land and her people and live her happily ever after with her million years and be set. But she suffers in the mortal realm for her child to be seen. And you're going to see here that your strength is that you have, I don't want to say your strength is in suffering, because I don't know, I always don't like that, but your strength is in what you have endured. And the fact that others don't always see it, and others don't always understand. And there's a richness to you, and there's a power to you, and there's a distinction to you that can make it very easy for people to think, well, you've always had it easy. And that's just not the case. So don't buy into their lies and telling you how you lived your life, because they don't know. It moves you then to the King of Swords. The King of Swords is air sign energy: Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Now, the King of Swords is you're stepping into an era, and you're stepping into an energy and a time where you're really done with nonsense. You really are. The King of Swords cuts through lies, fears, and doubts. You know, he says what it is that he means. He can be a little bit blunt. He can be a lot of bit blunt. He can also be too logical. So do be mindful about this, that we can be a little bit too logical. We can be too blunt. We can be too, well, it has to be just like this. But during this time, so those are the things to be mindful of as we enter into this time. But this is a time of setting ourselves free. We're going to guard our thoughts. Why? Because he has the chainmail over his mind. We're going to be guarding our thoughts, looking at things in new ways. We are going to be astoundingly clever during this time, building kingdoms, building power. We are taking in the power of a king, and we are utilizing it for our effort, what we desire, what we want to build. The advice is to walk away from what we no longer want. Don't try to get it to work. Don't try to, whatever. It is time to walk away from what is no longer resonating with you, what is no longer right, and choose your path. This is also going on an adventure to say, I know what I know, but now I'm going to embrace the unknown. I'm going to embrace more. And it can be a spiritual adventure. It can be, an outward adventure. But I really do see it as you're starting to choose you, and you're starting to choose what you need in order to open up the doors for yourself and what you desire. It moves us then to the strength card, the repeat of the number 8. We have 3 8s here, which Spirit is telling us that this is a very hardworking, very determined time, even though we don't see ourselves as being as productive during this moon as we would want to be. The strength card here is Leo energy. Time frame is July 23rd to August 22nd. This is moving forward in strength, tenacity, determination, focus. This is also having allies you've never expected, or accomplishing things that you never thought you could do. Like the environment that you're in, it's like you've already proven to yourself. Why are you still saying, oh, I have to prove this, or I have to, do this just right, or I have to get that just right? It's like, no, you've already done it. Let yourself shine. It moves you then to the hopes and the fears, and that's the 9 of Swords. And the 9 of Swords is this energy of nightmares, right? We can think up really just overwhelming things that could happen, that might happen, this could have gone wrong, or things from the past, and it's like, it's too much. We fear the nightmares. We could fear sleep for one reason or another. But we also fear our mind and truly letting ourselves dream. And the fear of the nightmares can simply be the fact that we let ourselves dream once upon a time, and it didn't work out how we had planned, and it hurt us. If you're here, you're a much more sensitive soul than other people are. That's just who you are. And sometimes that is hard. That is hard to live, feeling the world more than most people do. And so here we have a fear of the nightmares. But what you're going to start to see is that you're also starting to let go of the fear of your dreams, the fear of what you desire, the fear of what you want to build. It was a nightmare not to achieve it at that time, or to have things fall apart at that time. And that is okay, It is okay to have lived through nightmares and fears and doubts. You are going to see yourself now move forward in this sense of strength. Like, I have faced powerful things that could have broken other people. Now I move forward in strength of me. And it moves us then to the Page of Swords. We're going to get a message from God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe. We are also cutting through doubts, fears, and negativities. We are embracing our voice, but we are also being a student of what do we want to say? How do we want to move forward? What are we looking for in our lives? We are going to be carried forward. Yes, the horse behind him. So there's a way of being carried forward. There's a way of movement. It connects us to the strength of the goddess of horses right here, where this childlike, questioning innocence leads us in a direction that we might not have thought was capable for us. It opens up doors in the most powerful ways. And we're going to also see ourselves asking for what we want from ourselves, from our inner self-talk, and also from the world around us. It brings us then to the bonus card of the 10 of Cups, and they all live happily ever after. This card right here is one of my favorites. I always want to have it made into like this big picture and hanging it on the wall, because this makes me think of the old Nordic saying, which it says, better to be king of a cottage than servant in a castle. And I think that's so important for our world. We all want more and more and more. Bigger is better. Here, be king of your cottage. Embrace the King of Swords. Be king of your cottage, then servant to the castle. And this is happiness, joy, success, blessings, prosperity. It moves us then to our Luna message. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Interesting. Angels. So what's interesting here is that you have growth, and then you have a new start is coming, which is what this moon brings with us. Even though this is the new moon here that is showing us new start is coming, we are going to see ourselves growing, expanding, really embracing more. Extremes will come forward, most definitely, but communication is key, saying what it is that we want, what it is that we are looking for. And then balance comes through this moon as we work through our fears, as we see ourselves untangling a web that we might not even have been aware of that was around us. It brings us then to our spirit message, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. And this is focus. We're going to be very focused on what we want to build, even though our challenge is going to be the finer details of things. It might not be as finessed as we want it to be, as perfect as we want it to be, but close enough is good enough. That's my motto now. My mantra is like, close enough is good enough. Let go of perfection. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly, guide this reading. This is inspiration, the sacral chakra. This is where your creativity and your sensual energy is held, your creative and sensual energy. You are going to see yourself embracing inspiration, embracing deeper understanding, and you're going to see yourself opening up that door. There is a sense also, like you can tap your tailbone like this and help release any blockages you have in your tailbone, but you are going to see that there's a sense of a new brightness coming into your life, a new alignment. Now, I highly recommend, if anybody has had any kind of trauma, any kind of like head trauma or anything like this is just what works for me. I'm not a doctor in any way, shape, or form. A Gonstead chiropractor has been life-changing for me. Seriously, I had a concussion. If you've been here, you know about it, but that was really devastating for me. So here with the inspiration, I just see this new light, this new color, this new brightness to things. And that for me was definitely linked to a Gonstead chiropractor. So somebody needs to hear it. I'm just going to say it for them. But here also, it is being inspired again in your life and seeing the brightness, the richness of the world around you. And that is a beautiful thing. It moves us to the energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. And this is the Four of Swords. Be mindful of not honoring your story, and also be mindful of how drained your energy is, okay? How drained you are, how overwhelmed you are. Be mindful about that, because you can be pushing yourself really hard. I just have to. Sleep is for the weak type of thing. And you're stressed out, you're overwhelmed, your nervous system is totally like over. Like it's like overexposed. And here it's letting yourself rest, but we need to be mindful because we're not letting ourselves rest. We're not letting ourselves care for ourselves. So just be aware of that. It moves us then to our subconscious spirit message, and that is love. You know the song, All You Need Is Love? It's true. It's true. A lot of times, right, you can't heal somebody else. You can't make other people be happy or live the best life for them. But if they love themselves, they can do it for themselves. The only person you can love fully. I mean, you can love others, yes, but love yourself. Love yourself fully. Treat yourself with such honor and respect that the world looks at you and is like, what the heck's going on with this person? Because most people do not even come close to loving themselves. So embrace love here. Subconsciously, let it radiate through you. I guess that's consciously too, but just letting love radiate through you, letting joy be a part of you. You're not perfect. Nobody is, but love is here, and let that love shine. It moves us then to our chakra message. And this is personal power. This is the solar plexus chakra. It's listening to your gut, right? And it's also seeing the power within yourself. You might need to kind of revamp your diet a little bit to make yourself feel like more optimized, more in alignment with you, not so like overwhelmed. But here you're going to see power coming from how you feed yourself, how you connect with your inner voice, your inner desire. Because remember, our second brain is our gut, and that instinct and that knowledge is going to be leading us. But we're seeing our power, we're seeing our tenacity, and that is a brilliant thing. It moves us then to the Ace of Pentacles. This is a Spirit's like, hey, be mindful here. But this is a gift card. So there's a gift that's going to come forward, a gift of money or what you value as much as money. It's going to have strings attached that don't make it very much of a gift. So do be aware of that. It moves us then to our subconscious spirit message. Well, not spirit message, Luna message. There we go. Fruition. What comes to fruition? Nothing will come of this situation. So that seems like what? This moon will bring to fruition what this moon needs to bring forward. But the void, of course, is a time where I have friends who don't do anything during the void, of course. They're like, oh no, it's a spooky time. But it's a time where things just go pear-shaped. They just don't go the way that you have planned. So being aware of that is going to be super important, because it's like, okay, during this moon, my plan kind of goes out the window and Spirit's plan takes over. If you come to everything from love and a place of calm, that's going to be your best bet. And it moves us then to the Page of Pentacles. You're not only a student of your voice here, Sagittarius, but you're also subconsciously a student of your wealth, prosperity, money and what you value as much as money, as seeing yourself as successful, as embracing the prosperity and abundance that is you. And that is a very important thing. And that is a very powerful thing for you. That subconsciously you are a student building a firm foundation, but also not afraid to ask questions, not afraid to dive deeper into what it is that you want, not afraid to open up those doors. And that is brilliant. All right. All right, Sagittarius, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Sagittarius. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. Love you all. Have a blessed full moon eclipse and a blessed life. Bye.